Like the video as you come in. It's Vinny's Talk. Young Wolf. Vinny D, baby. What's up, guys, and welcome. What's up, what's up, what's up? What's up to all my subscribers? Hit that like button, man. You guys are just coming in the video. Hit it up, hit it up. Like, subscribe to the video. It's Vinny's Talk. Welcome to Vinny's True Crime Talk. What's up, guys? How's everybody feeling? Anyways, guys, welcome to Vinny's Talk. Everybody's in the building. It's your boy Vinny D, the Young Wolf, in the building. And we're here to talk a little bit about true crime. Talk about the Idaho 4 case. And just before we start this video, we want to remind you guys to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I do all my cool uploads. Now, another thing I also wanted to say is that these are just my opinions, my thoughts. My channel is about true crime and talking about cases, but also I have other cool videos. But I also want to say that I try to bring awareness and the truth, and even though these are just my opinions and thoughts, I don't spread misinformation. So I know there's YouTube groups out there that don't really care what they post, but on this channel, we care, man. It's Vinny D, the Young Wolf. These are just my opinions and my thoughts, guys. But what's up, man? We are talking about this Idaho 4 case, Moscow. November 13th, 4 students, 4 beautiful, wonderful souls has lost their life to a violent crime. We are trying to figure out what had happened and learning everything that went down, trying to find the killer who is responsible for these terrible murders. And there's so many things and so many answers that we haven't gotten yet from law enforcement, and they are investigating this. They are investigating a Hyundai Elantra right now. They're trying to locate this white car, right? They've been trying to find this for seems like the last couple, like this last week now, right? And they still haven't been able to find it, but they are getting leads and tips from the tip line, so that's good. But there's just so many, questions we have, especially the timeline. We'll talk a little bit about the timeline. Now, everybody was set to be back at the home that they were living. Xana and Ethan, Maddie, and Kaylee, right? So Maddie and Kaylee were at the corner club around 10 o'clock and to like 1, I believe it was. And then from 1 to whenever they made it home, supposedly the whole time was everyone had made it back home by 1:45. That later changed to 1:56. Maddie and Kaylee were at the grub truck after the corner club, stopped for some food, and that video you guys seen surfaced all over the internet about the grub truck, and I am going to be doing probably another review about it. That this is a 5 or 6 minute drive from the house. Xana and Ethan were said to be seen around 8 and 9, between 8 and 9. These are just reports, right? They were said to be seen at the Sigma Chi fraternity, the frat house, like not even 5 minutes, not even a minute from the house itself. Now, there is a big time gap, if you will, right? There's a big time gap in there between the hours of 10 and 1 in the morning, right? 12, where the hell were they all these different hours? And did something happen, like I said before? Something could have happened between Ethan, supposedly, if they were supposedly at this frat house. Maybe there was a party. Maybe there was someone there that wasn't cool with Ethan, or someone was fighting with Xana. Someone didn't like what she had to say or what what Ethan said, and I don't know. I'm just saying, like, something could have happened at this frat house. Sigma Chi, man, it just gives me I know that this is a fraternity house, and I'm not trying to say it's bad or anything like that, but it just gives me a feeling in my stomach that I'm just like, I think I need more answers to this Sigma Chi or Sigma Chi. Sigma, you know what I'm saying? The frat house, the fraternity, and I don't know what it is, but it seems like every time we talk about frat houses and fraternities, they have a little secret, right? Or we don't really talk about certain things when you're in a fraternity, and certain things are just kept a secret, right? So there's definitely a lot of theories. You can look into that and go down different rabbit holes, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to say that there definitely needs to be some more investigating done in those hours between 9 and 1 o'clock in the morning. And where was Xana? Were they truly at that frat house at that moment? And then we take a look at the grub chug footage. Keep reviewing it, man. I keep going over it. I'm just like, something doesn't seem right. It seems like maybe the killer had intentions of following them from the bar. Maybe he was in the bar and following them. Could have been somebody at the bar that said something that they were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I really feel like this killer was responsible in a way. He's sick in his mind, right? He could have been. Now, I know in the beginning, law enforcement was saying this is a targeted attack, right? This is a targeted attack, y'all, and that there's no threat to the community. And even though we did an update on the police update today, and they were saying that they have a lot of things, but they can't really share it with the whole public and everything, because they want to keep the integrity of the investigation. They don't want to mess things up, and I understand that to an extent. But I also have a trouble understanding that we deserve certain information when it comes to learning about a homicide investigation. Now, don't forget, you guys, these are grieving families out there, and these are people that were once living, human beings. Justice for Ethan, justice for Xana, and justice for Kaylee, justice for Maddie. These are once living beautiful souls, so we have to pay our respects and try to, keep them in our prayers, and always be respectful when talking about this. As gruesome as the murders were, we want to remember them in a good light, and it's pretty messed up what happened to them. So even though we don't know the exact truth and everything that went down, we do know that they lost their lives on that night. So we want to remember them in a positive way and bring their spirits up and bring justice to their families, and as well as them through the eyes of the Lord, and ask for his blessing, because we gonna solve this. We're coming for you, dog. We're coming for you, killer. You will be brought to justice. This might take some time, and a lot of people are rushing, and I know that investigations, they don't happen overnight, as well as learning about the forensics. Guys, if you guys are into true crime really, and you know about law enforcement and forensics and taking DNA and fingerprints, this stuff takes time. This stuff takes weeks, months in preparation to that. Commingled blood, they talk about commingled blood with another supposite of someone else's blood, and you have to take a look at that. Like, was the knife obviously the knife was being used over and over to each victim, if this was the same knife used, and it's very sad to talk about, but that's what I mean by commingled blood and the DNA. And I just feel like, and I also feel like thinking about how this person went into the home, went into the house itself. A lot of people could speculate and say that he went through the second door, the sliding on the second floor through the kitchen, right? Did he really go downstairs? Well, he went downstairs because Ethan and Xana were down there. There was reports of Xana and Ethan in the kitchen, or supposedly they were in their beds and they were all sleeping. The reports when they first came out was that they died in their sleep and all this other stuff. Now, things change as an investigation goes on. So we want to keep following the right track of what police report and what they decide to release. But that's the thing. We don't have too many things to go on, so we can only go on what they release. And like I said, man, we just have a lot of questions and not enough answers, right? So, but for me, honestly, I really do feel like that they need to look into the fraternity more, man. Something fishy about that place, man. I don't know what it is, but you know, it's a very secretive thing when a fraternity. I don't know. It's just my personal opinion on it, right? These are just my thoughts. I'm not really saying that this happened, this happened or that happened. I'm just saying this could have happened, right? I'm basically saying my thought, like what could have happened. And people may speculate and say that, oh, there's a targeted attack, and we heard in the beginning that this was a targeted attack, then it wasn't a targeted attack, and then, oh, I'm sorry, but it's always been a targeted attack. I'm just like, wow, dude, if it's a targeted attack, then I could see it in a light where, you know, they were down by that grub truck. Now, mind you, before they went to that grub truck, they were at that bar. And I feel like people that were in that bar probably know something. Unless the perpetrator was following them beforehand and knew their whereabouts and whatnot. But I'm just not sure to that, because it seemed like this person was in and out quick. He did what he did, and it was kind of like fast-paced type shit. It all happened, seemed like maybe this course of like 40 minutes maybe. And you got to think that this person went in there, you know, he went in there, but he there had to be some type of trail of blood. Where was blood on the floor? And could there be some type of evidence outside somewhere else in the near, like, eyesight of things, right? And it's crazy to think that, you know, investigators are like letting other investigators go in there with the crime tapes still there. I'm just like, wow. Like the other day we seen plain clothes, like 4 or 5 guys just walk right in, and I don't know if that was just private investigators or whatnot. I'm not saying anything bad. I'm just saying I never seen anybody go into a crime scene that is still being considered a crime. So those are some questions we have questions to. Also, the police body cam of when 2 plainclothes officers went, and they seen some underage kids that were drinking. They wrote out some citations. But the fact that it was behind those apartment complexes, behind the house of Maddie and Kaylee and Xana and Ethan's, kind of raises some questions too, because that was around the same time the murders were said to happen, right? Between 3 and 4 a.m. So it's kind of eerie to know that the cops are right there. Like the police are right there when it supposedly happened. And then that front door of the house was open. And between 8 and 8:30, the door was wide open. Supposedly, right? Why was that door wide open? Like, who opened it? Was it the killer that went to the front? See, that's the thing, man. It just makes things interesting. And then the two roommates, guys, that survived. They were locked in the rooms, you know. So, I mean, there's a lot of information. I feel like that they could give more. And just because people have been cleared, guys, from an investigation or a case, I feel that they're never clear, right? You could always be brought in for questioning, and especially if they find some type of evidence or DNA, you're never really cleared until you're cleared. And when you're cleared, I think that means until the investigation is over with, especially if they find some type of proving guilty evidence that someone was in that house and they have evidence of their DNA and they were cleared before, they could be questioning and see what the hell is going on. I mean, my take on that is just, I don't know, man. And it also gave me like bad vibes about just how they didn't really know, how they couldn't tell where Ethan and Xana were. But we have cell phones of today, guys. Everybody's on their cell phones. The cell phones are constantly communicating with the towers. And you would think that police and law enforcement have that ability to check each time the shit pings. That's how they could locate certain people and certain other crimes as well. And I just feel like, man, dude, I feel like unless the phone was turned off or something like that, because we have technology of today like crazy. But I believe this crime will be solved. I don't know about like right now. I just feel like there's so many things that are a little sketchy, man. And then we take a look at the grub truck video with the kids there and everybody chilling, everybody having a good time, and people speculating over the fact about the hoodie guy. You know what I'm saying? How he looks suspect. Yeah, his behavior was a little off and whatnot. Definitely off, the way he was moving around and following Kaylee and Maddie. Maddie was a little tipsy. We seen in the video. I don't know, man. Just there's so much going on in this case, but we want to bring awareness. We want the truth. Whoa. We want the truth for this one, you know? Merry Christmas, guys. Hopefully we can get justice before Christmas. I don't know if that's going to happen, but we pray that it does. And yeah, man. So I want to thank you guys for joining today's podcast. Just come on and talk for a few minutes. You know? So, but anyways, guys, thank you guys for joining today. And until the next time, man, this has been an episode of Vinny's Talk with your boy, Vinny D, the Young Wolf, guys. All right. Peace out, guys.